Hi guys, this is Mila's Projects. Welcome back to my channel. I have another great video for you today. So I'm going to be making over my entryway, and this is the 3-part series. So the first part of this project is going to be my closet makeover. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the parts in the series. So here's the entryway before the makeover, and it's a little bit boring and it just was not functional and wasn't working for our family. So I'm going to be giving it a little quick makeover. And on this wall here, I'm going to be adding a bench, and that's the bench I'm going to be giving a makeover in part 2 of the series. And in part 1 here, I'm going to be doing this closet. I'm going to be pulling everything out and just starting from scratch and cleaning it up. It's so embarrassing because has become our catch-all and basically our storage space for everything, but that's just not working for us anymore. So let's get started. So I started off by just removing everything from the closet. And as I was laying them down on the floor, I was putting them in separate categories, and the jackets were in one place and the tools and the hats and everything, and I thought that just pulling everything out will give us a clean perspective on what we can do with the space here. So I just went ahead and did that, and then I just gave it a quick sweep. Went ahead and removed everything from this wall shelf, and this was already installed into the closets when we had moved into the house, and I decided to keep it because it was a lot of added storage which we really needed for the space. Here's how the closet looked after everything was removed, and although the closets are super clean, the rest of the house was a huge mess. But I did sort everything into categories so that it would be easier for me to clean, and I know that things do have to get messy before it gets really clean. So instead of organizing everything by items, which I had done in the past, I decided to organize it per person. So I gave each person a bin in our family, and they had to put their stuff in there. And I organized all of our stuff by things we needed immediately, which was all of our winter clothing since the winter season was approaching. And I had stacked them upright so that it was easily more visible. I decided to remove the rod and hang up hooks instead. After I removed the rod, I prepped the walls by taping off the areas that I didn't want to get any paint on. I started off by painting all of the edges and worked my way through the middle. For this project, I just needed a little bit of paint, so I just picked up the $5 paint samples from Home Depot, and I just had them mix in the color that I wanted. And if you're interested in knowing what color this is, please leave a comment below and I'll let you know. Since this was a pretty dark color, I actually got away with just one coat of paint. And for the top shelf, I decided to give it a fresh coat of white paint. Once everything was dry, I just gave the floors a quick mop. For extra storage space, I purchased this shoe cabinet, and typically people would put maybe a bench in here, but for me, I'm going to be putting the bench in the hallway, so I decided to just put the shoe cabinet in here. And so I just gave it a quick wipe down before arranging all of my shoes. So I'm going to be putting my shoes and my husband's shoes in this bigger section, and in the smaller section I'm going to be putting my kids' shoes and my boots. These are the shoes that we use the most, and so that's why I put them down here in the cabinet. And the shoes that we use less frequently, I put them in the clear bins at the very top. So the baskets that I had arranged earlier, I put them on the top shelf, and so it was more accessible to everyone. And I just decided to put all of our gloves and hats in these bins since winter was coming and we can reach them more faster. And then I put the clear bins on top of that, and these shoes we just barely use, they're occasional shoes. So my husband went ahead and helped me install all the hooks in. And I decided to label all of the bins so that everyone would know their bins and put things away a lot easier and faster. Here's how it looked before, just super messy and unfunctional. And here's how it looks after. So much better. I love how it turned out, and I love how organized it is, and it's practical, and it also looks good. And I might be giving the cabinet a quick paint job maybe a little bit later on. I just didn't have this time around, so stay tuned. So part 2 of my Entryway makeover series is going to be me refinishing this beautiful bench that I found, and I'm going to be painting the whole thing except for the spindles. I'm going to be leaving that in natural wood, and also the bottom. So I'm going to be revealing that on November 4th. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching.